A family caught between a rock and a hard place after the sudden death of a loved one. Denise Seafield, a frontline worker, was vaccinated months ago.
I wasn't scared at all.
Her 63-year-old mother was also vaccinated and she had no reactions. But her father, 70-year-old Henry Dinky Seafield, was not so lucky. He died last month shortly after being vaccinated.
My father was a very strong guy. A lot of people know him and he was never ever sick until now. So it makes me a bit doubtful. Even though when I went, everything was fine. But it feels like when he went, everything came, all the underlying things came out. It was stage 4 cancer. So after the vaccination. So I can't really say that it was the vaccination, but I can say from that day on, he got sick.
The incident has left Seafield's 18-year-old daughter reluctant to vaccinate. Her daughter says she's traumatized and don't trust the vaccines after her grandfather's ordeal.
I feel that they're not giving us all the information about the vaccine because they're just telling us you need to take the vaccine. Because look what happened to my grandfather. He was fine before the vaccine and then just after he took the vaccine he got very sick.
While vaccine hesitancy might prevent many from vaccinating, health experts again reassured the public that the vaccines are safe. They say with more people vaccinated, the lower the risk of infections and the sooner normality can return.
They found the viral load in the vaccinated people is lower compared to the unvaccinated people, and also the period of the number of days that you can now infect other people is also shorter. So the higher the proportion of people in the population being vaccinated, the smaller the number of people who can actually get infected. So that's why we need to get vaccinated as quickly as possible and as many people as possible.
Government assured the public that people will not be forced to vaccinate, but legal experts say businesses can decide otherwise as the right to health and life is supreme.
We are therefore of the opinion that companies should be allowed to impose a mandatory vaccination program for its employees. It is not only the lesser of two evils, but it also encompasses the limitation clause in its very nature.
Just over 14 million people have been vaccinated, with 6.8 million people fully vaccinated, and from next month, vaccinated people in the country can get digital vaccine certificates. For now, this won't be a requirement to access government spaces or services, but the reality might be different for unvaccinated people who want to access businesses or private entities. Patricia Fasagi, SABC News in Pretoria.